Alright, so this is the third video that I've created, and currently it's 7:35 a.m. on a Saturday. And first of all, I just want to start the video by saying this is something a majority of people won't do. And when I say majority of people, I just easily mean 70-80% of people. Even my friendship group, they don't want to work weekends, they don't want to work outside of their jobs. Even if they don't have a job, they just don't want to work. If they have a job, they don't want to work outside of their work, which is, I get it. It's a difficult thing to do. I don't want to do this. There's 4 billion other different things that I would rather do. I rather play video games. I rather go to the gym right now because I still need to go and it's still on my to-do list. I rather just do nothing and procrastinate, but procrastination is just mental masturbation, because when you do it, it feels okay, or it feels a bit just like masturbating, to be honest. But once you finish, you're like, well, that was a bit weird, or why did I do that? So that's what procrastination is. But the thing is, what I want to talk about today is why most people won't make it, and the people that try will get ahead of 80-90% of people. Now, I'm not one to claim that I personally have made it on this online space or anything like that, because you can see my stats. You guys aren't stupid. But I am willing to do what a majority of people aren't willing to do, which is, instead of focusing on or just doing stuff like watching YouTube videos about how to start a YouTube channel or how to start on social media. Now, I'm not saying doing these two things are bad. This is just in the learning phase, or you know what you got to do, but you just keep watching video after video and thinking, oh, if I watch more videos, I'm gonna know what I'm doing. I need some water. Stay hydrated, fellas. So back to what I was saying, which is, whenever anybody wants to do something new, and I fell into this before, where it's pretty much like you want to learn a new skill: YouTube, social media growth, drop shipping, how to make money online, all that sort of stuff. And these 4 things, there's numerous examples, but these are the ones that I can think of. And you learn these things and you know how to do them. Like we've all been through this, admittedly. We've learned how to do it, but we end up not doing it. Then we end up watching those videos again, or watching more relevant, up-to-date videos. But then we end up right back at the start, where we learn something or learn a newer thing, then it's time to go do it, and we just don't do it. Then we watch stuff, and the cycle just pretty much continues. And the problem with this is not actually helping you, and as I mentioned before, it's just procrastination. Because watching videos on how to grow on YouTube, for example, I'm gonna stick with this, so I stick to one thing and I don't go on too much of a tangent. Is I have friends that do YouTube, that's fine, but the problem is they either think of it in a way which is, I'll upload one video every 2 weeks, and hopefully it gets 1,000 views. And I say to them, well, why don't you just make 3 to 5 decent, or as best you can, videos in that particular time frame, release maybe 3 to 5 a week, and what you can do is you can release that, build an audience, and because you're releasing more videos, you've got no audience. So honestly, no one's going to really care about what you post, because even if you make a good video, right, and this goes with selling products or anything like that. So if you make a good video or good product, but you have no audience to send it to, so you have zero people, you guys can see this, you have 0 people, but you have an amazing video or amazing product. How can 0 people see this? It's impossible. So if you focus on just making 3, 4, 5 bits of content, or uploading a short every single day, dedicating like 10-20 minutes to, or anything like that, then because you're pumping out volume, you might eventually go from 0 to 1, 2, or 3 people. Then you rinse and repeat this until this number eventually grows. I hope that makes sense to you. What I was discussing with him is, if you spend 2 weeks on a video, which is fine, but the problem is, if you don't have an audience, they're not going to see it. So inevitably, you're going to end up wasting your time. You've got no one to sell it to, you've got no one to view or anything like that. So I said to him, I'm just like, focus on volume first, because people care about volume and people care about consistency more than actually what you're pumping out, as in terms of the quality. So focus on the quantity, don't focus on the quality. So pump out more, and don't be so pedantic about making the best edited video of all time, because we're in a era where you can actually pump out raw content, smash it out 3-5 videos a week, and someone's going to relate to you. You can build an audience that way. Right now we're in a phase where you can actually build an audience from that, because people trust more content that is raw instead of edited. But the funny thing is, and I don't have a big YouTube channel. Obviously, you guys know this, and depending when you're seeing this, depends how big my YouTube channel is or is not. But currently, it's like at 240 subscribers, which is tiny. No one cares about my content. Some people see it, but I haven't got a big enough audience to care. And I understand the sun. I acknowledge this. But, sorry, that was my phone. It went off. But what you're also going to get is when people either want to do something, or they don't do it themselves, or they're jealous of you to some sort of extent, or even they just think it's corny or cringy. You're going to get this when you start posting content online, or you're starting to promote some sort of course. Either if you promote some sort of course or community or paid group, you're more than likely gonna have people thinking or even saying that it's a scam. And if you post content, no matter what social media platform it's on, if people can tell by the vibe of your content that you're trying to grow an audience. So countless times I've had people tell me I don't make good videos, even people close to me. I don't make good videos. I've had random people say I don't make good videos. At the end of the day, I still produce content. My numbers still go up, and these are the two things that you should focus on. Numbers going up, pumping out content. And you're going to always get people that are below you. So let's say you're at 100 followers. You're always going to get someone that's below you, more than likely 80, 60, even 0 followers. They're going to tell you like, oh, what you tell me isn't correct. And this might be true to some sort of extent, but if you're in a particular field and you know what you're talking about, even if you're correct, that person will perceive you that you're actually wrong. So what I'm trying to get at in this video is, when you're trying to do something, actually go and do something, and understand that you're going to be facing criticism from people that either are jealous of you, they envy you in some sort of way, also they're below you, or they're not up to your particular level, or just people that just generally want to see you fail, or they just don't want you to succeed and they want to see you stay stagnant. So you got to ignore all of this, and you got to literally pump out content on the days that you don't feel like it. I don't want to do it today. It's Saturday. It's my only day off, and I rather do 1,000 other things. But I understand that for me personally, and for you, this is important as well, which is knowing your why. And your why, everybody has a different reason. I can't tell you what your why is, but my why is I want to make a audience. I want to eventually sell them on something, which is like one-on-one coaching, or it's my Skool community, which is currently free. Join that, first link in the description. Entrepreneurs, self-improvement, and just in general making your life better. It's free right now, but eventually it's going to be paid. Eventually I want to make $10,000, $20,000 a month off of that, with a larger number of people in it. So for example, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, well, if I have 1,000 people in my Skool community and they all gave me like $10 a month, which isn't much, it's cheaper than Netflix or any entertainment subscription service, then I'd be laughing. I'd be making $10,000 a month, and I could still work my job. Therefore, I'd be making for 14 grand a month. Then I can pay off my debt, save up some money, and eventually go buy my Porsche 911, which is what I want. That's my why. That's literally it. Other things would include retire my parents. Then, because I had a poor upbringing, eventually I want my kids to never struggle and have a good upbringing, send them to a good school. If I want to go to college, that's cool, that's fine. Be able to pay for their college, and then that's fine. They have a good life, that's good. And I get what I want. I want my car. I want a nice apartment. I don't want to have financial struggles, because I've struggled with that my entire childhood life because of my parents. And I don't want to face that again, or I don't want my next generation or next of kin to go through that, because it's difficult. If you haven't gone through that, you don't really get it. But not saying that I'm more important than you, but I'm just saying financial stresses are difficult. I'm sure other things are more stressful, but everyone has their own moment where, like, this sucked. Even rich people, I'm sure they have their stresses going through divorce or that sort of stuff. Their business failing, whatever it is. You got to understand what your why is and why you're doing what you're doing to eventually get to where you need to be. So why am I posting content? Well, I'm posting content because I want to grow an audience, to open up a Skool community, to make it paid. Therefore, if I do this amount of things, then eventually this will grow, and eventually I get a paid community. I open up one-on-one coaching to grow your social medias, monetize it, all that sort of stuff. Then these two things will happen, and eventually I'll get to $10,000 a month. If not more, I want $20,000, $30,000 realistically, but baby steps. Then eventually, after I make all this money, I save it, I pay off my debt, my bad debt like my credit cards, I buy my Porsche, then my why is completed. So if you've not already figured out your why, I don't care. For me, I don't care. I don't mean to offend anybody. That I don't care how big or small it is. Yours could literally be, I want to move out of my parents. That's fine. That's a big goal. That's a big thing. I've lived out of my parents' home for like 11 or 12 months. By now, it's very close to a year. It's got its challenges. I miss my parents. I still stay in contact with them. But it's a good thing as a 25-year-old adult to move out of your parents, claim full responsibility for everything. And that could be your why. That's great, You have a why, that's your reason, that's cool. Eventually it may change, but that is currently what it is. So understand your why is the purpose that you do for absolutely everything. So follow your why, ignore the naysayers, and if you want to build a $5 million a year business doing whatever it is that you enjoy doing, whether it's drop shipping, you like doing social media stuff for clients, you want to build your own social media, what do you call it? I'm having a mental blank. You want to build your own social media audience, go do that. Post content, post reels, post YouTube videos, tweet a whole bunch of stuff, and the more quantity you pump out, the more chances that you have, especially if you do it every day, that it's going to get somewhere. Because if you work on it every day, instead of working on it once a week or every 2 weeks to make one video, who do you think is going to win? The person that's pumping out 5 videos a week, whether it's raw content and it's not as fancy as this guy that's making 2 videos every week or every 2 weeks, who do you think is going to win? I personally think this guy's going to win, but it's up to you what you think. So I hope this video gave you some sort of context about why you're more than likely going to fail because of naysayers and you keep procrastinating. Understand what your why is. Also, whatever reason is, create content, build a business, do whatever you need to get to that why. I don't care what it is, but just go do that thing. Like, subscribe, join the Skool community. We'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoy the raw content and if this makes sense.